Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of a new Trekkie. My 5-year mission to search out Star Trek media, to seek out our fans and merchandise, to boldly go where no fan has gone before.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode. Today we're talking about the fourth film in the Star Trek film franchise. And in this case, we're talking about Star Trek 4. Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. And a little bit of detail before we get into the film. The film was actually dedicated to the crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger, which broke up 73 seconds after takeoff in the morning of January 28th, 1986. So I think that's a bit of important detail, and honestly, the film, Leonard Nimoy came back after directing The Search for Spock, and just like The Search for Spock, he did a great job directing this film. So most of the returning cast members from most of the franchise returns to play most of the characters that made them named. The only new character that is new character to this film that didn't appear in the other previous films is Catherine Hicks as Dr. Gillian. And I kind of like this film in the fact that some of the previous characters, like say Pavel Chekhov, he gets more of, like most of the characters in this film, they get a bit of a elevated presence in the fact they are all they all have their own little side missions that they have to do. Well, before I get into all that, what was the actual plot of Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home? Well, to save Earth from an alien probe, James T. Kirk and his fugitive crew go back in time to San Francisco in 1986 to retrieve the only beings who can communicate with this probe, in this case, humpback whales.
Admiral, there be whales here!
And in all honesty, I actually really think this is a very entertaining film. There's not like a central antagonist, although it's sort of the alien probe, and the fact that they have to go back and stop this probe from destroying the Earth, because so it's not like say like okay the Klingons are attacking or that. No, it's not like say okay, but one of the things that needs to happen though is they have to try to get a couple of humpback whales so then they can take it back to the future, so then they can interact with this probe to say, hey, alien, we're here, go away, please. And yeah, I actually really dig this film, honestly. I mean, I kind of think this one has a bit of more of a sense of humor to it. And honestly,
Excuse me. Do you mind stopping that noise?
The sins of all our fathers be dumped on us, the sons. The only choice we're given is how many megatons.
Excuse me.
And I
Do you mind
hate
stopping
you.
that damn noise?
And I say screw you. And I hope you're blue too. We're all bloody worthless.
I also kind of think it's funny in the fact that, like, on one of the journey is like say Pavel Chekhov, he ends up getting arrested at one point, and trying to say, yeah, I'm part of the Enterprise, and I'm trying to do this.
Name. My name?
No, my name.
I do not know your name.
You play games with me, mister, and you're through.
I am? May I go now?
What do you think?
He's a Rusky.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Of course he's a Rusky, but he's a retard or something.
We better call Washington.
Don't move.
And then he thinks like, okay, don't come in closer. Because he's gonna zap him in. It don't work.
I warn you, if you don't lie on the floor, I will have to stun you.
Go ahead. Stun me.
I'm very sorry, but
Out for him. I'd also kind of like the fact that, everyone's just trying to think like, oh, we don't like the past. It's kind of the Dark Ages. Especially Bones. He's just, I say, he's especially salty in the fact that not everything in the past works. So he's just like, okay, wait, you're sick, lady? Okay, here's some medicine for you. You'll be good.
What's the matter with you?
Kidney dialysis.
Dialysis?
My God, what is this, the Dark Ages?
Here. You swallow that. And if you have any problems, just call me.
I think a bit of the relationship that Kirk has with Darjeeling, although it is, sort of like a friendship, it doesn't blossom to anything. I think it is rather nice. Shatner and Catherine Hicks, they seem to work off each other fairly well. And in all honesty, I also kind of like the like near the end of the film when they are trying to, the crew gets their whales and they're about to stop the whalers from attacking their whales, and then they appear. Yeah, I think that one was, I think that had a bit of humor to it. They're all going crazy and they're all pretty like, oh my god. Vilka helvetet håll! It's a ship. I mean, as you can tell, I actually kind of really enjoy this one. So, during the course of the film, Spock is trying to, regain his memories and also his old personality and all that. So we have that little bit of detail in the fact that, so we have that bit of detail, so Spock is able to, be able to, redevelop his personality in all way. So that's pretty cool. Mostly because, hey, he's basically reborn, so he's not always going to be, like, say, his, oh, I get that, or something like that. Like, seems logical. And all that. So, yeah, I actually really enjoyed this one, honestly. I will say that, is there anything I can really criticize? Not particularly. I mean, I really think this film is rather entertaining. If I could say one thing, is that I wish we could see more of, like, although it wouldn't really be necessary, actually, like, the fact that, like, most of the crew is going around each other and all that, and, just trying to say, okay, Pavel and Uhura, they're trying to get they're going on an objective to get stuff to refuel their ship. And one thing that Scotty and Dr. McCoy do is that they're trying to think, okay, we'll give you this bit of details, but you need to help us out. And then basically Scotty goes like, say, you think that's gonna backfire? Who knows? Maybe he created this. And then, yeah, go. Touche. So, in all honesty, I really enjoy this. I probably could talk about this for a while, honestly, but I don't really think y'all would really want to hear me ramble on. But, in all honesty, actually, I think film's very entertaining. I think Leonard Nimoy did a great job, both directing as well as the story with Harv Benedict. And although there's not like a huge bit of dramatic pull going on, but one thing that like say that it does up happening is that for their actions, like say the crew is able to, they would have gotten in trouble, but since you saved the world, again, y'all still get to keep your jobs and all that. Y'all are not gonna be arrested or put on trial. So yeah, I think this one's fairly good. But what do you guys think of Star Trek for The Voyage Home? Put your thoughts and comments down below. Let me know. And as always, thank you for watching. And we'll see you next time. See you later.